Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 6. Can't make omelets without Kraken eggs. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Khan, the bloody Rizzolo.
Always great to be here. We're going to be fighting a giant space squid. This is very on brand for me.
It is Shane as Umbramancer Zavid.
Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was just reading the spell book I found. It's called the Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting. We are not sponsored, but Just Jackdaw, who headed the project, is my friend. If you are interested, you should find this online.
Love that. And Elliot as Reese Guiltleaf, the Heartseeker. I double-checked, and it sounds like our voices are coming through Twitch, so anyone in chat, if one of us is not coming through or something, please let us know. We do watch the chat. Thank you so much for sticking with us. As always, I am Lumpy Bronzearm, and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra awoke in the peaceful mountain village of Fogton. A long night of drinking with Bud the Wiser, Elemental and King of Beers had left Reese hungover, but Khan and Zavid managed to hold their liquor. Having breakfast at the Brood Awakening Tavern, Lux Et Umbra discussed the recent spate of dreams leaking into reality, the Cynosure Rupture. The approaching conjunction has caused tears to form between the plane of dreams and the material plane, making even sleeping a dangerous gamble. As the days progress, it has become more and more difficult to glean potentially prophetic visions from the chaotic randomness of actual dreams. Yet, with enough diligent combing, a picture began to form. The Windseekers, Gunnar and Yanyanka, revealed they'd each had vivid dreams the night before. Though clues floated to the top, more information was needed. Reese's sister was needed. Outside of town, a young orc was yelling up to the Windseeker through a barely intelligible drawl. Recognizing him as Jazz Rotgut, Dirge's younger brother, along with his companion Bobby Boo Bear, Lux Et Umbra waved him down to see what was the matter. As the apple does not far from the tree fall, it turned out Adelina had Jazz's sister Arya stay the night with her aboard the Windseeker. Saying their final goodbyes to Fogton, the airship rose into the sky with Zavid at the helm. With Adelina's dream described, the pieces fell into place. The pirate city of Riddleport. Yet more dangerous questions arose as a mysterious, decades-aged key had also appeared on the elf captain's neck. Upon arriving at the town, more information was yet needed as to what secrets this key unlocked. Et Umbra searched for a vendor of magic scrolls, and as luck would have it, the off-gray market provided. Scrolls of object reading in hand, it was quickly determined the key actually belonged to Adelina, yet she had no memory of this. Within Riddleport, a bank known as the Eighth Piece was known for its discretion in regards to its customers' deposits. Within the vault was piles of gold, priceless statuary, and a solid gold candelabra that would really tie Shadow Valley's foyer together. Alongside the treasure was a rolled note from Adelina herself. The Windseekers had knocked off a corrupt government, made off with some booty, then cast a mind blank on themselves so as not to have the treasure's location divulged if caught and tortured. At the harbor was a massive stone ring stretching across the entire bay, laying dormant and mysterious for millennia, confounding the greatest arcane minds Galarian had to offer. The ring lay cold, until the day Lux Et Umbra came to town. Combining Zavid's shadow magic, Khan and Reese's impossible ability to speak ancient Castravelli, and an eye-wateringly expensive magic scroll, Lux Et Umbra was given a vision. The Ring of Riddleport is in truth a Stargate, and upon learning this truth, the ring began to activate once more. That's what we're coming in today. However, we are, as per usual, within the infant floating void. The massive visage of Baba Yaga, flowers upon her dress and her raven locks floating around her. In front of her is the basketball court-sized cards, each of which has an image of a friendly or not-so-friendly NPC that you have come across in your travels. Half of them have now been picked, but it's time to pick another.
Welcome back, players. It has only been a week this time. It's wonderful to see you again.
Hi.
Yes, you've... I know, we got an update in the in-between world. Look at that one. This week, however, I do believe Elliot it is your turn to pick. Please step forward.
Hey, we were all right. Yep, we took bets ahead of time, and you can check the chat now, Elliot. All three of us picked Mythonar, so all of you can go ahead and have another hero point.
Yay!
And yeah, all three of you.
I'm feeling pretty heroic right now.
Pretty heroic right now.
So Baba Yaga says, Mythonar, that little golden retriever of a man. Let's see.
She reaches down her massive hand, flips it over, and Mythonar stands before you. He stands 7 feet tall if he's an inch, blonde hair down past his shoulders, rippling muscles and tattoos, 2 Kopesh swords at his side. He says, hey dude, what's up? You came here for the poem I wrote?
Yeah, I forgot about
tubular, man.
stuff.
Okay, great. And I gotta tell you, out of character, this is probably my favorite of the poems that I wrote. Do you remember in the episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns like cripples an Irish guy and then he laughs for like 6 days? That was me writing this poem. I just laughed and laughed and laughed. So Mythonar pulls out a scroll and he unfurls it and says, Overlady Baba Yaga told me to write something for you, and here you go, dude. He begins to read. Here are some words that rhyme with Mythonar. Superstar, Zanzibar, steel guitar, Pierre Renoir. When played, all foes within 30 feet become tiny as per the shrink spell. So this is essentially a spell that you get to cast once that does not require a saving throw. It just works. Much like Skyrim and other such games. It just works. So I'm going to be dropping the Mythonar Aryan Prince of Druma card into your inventory, and it has a description of the shrink spell at 6th level, so you can use that anytime you like. And Mythonar says, well, I hope this comes in handy in your adventures, dude. Go give him hell, bruh. And he becomes... Oop, not that one. And he fades away into a blue transparent hologram of himself.
7 out of 12. A majority have been picked. I do believe. Yes, Shame. Next week it is your turn for real this time.
For real?
For reals. It's off and now.
And she begins to fade away into the background. And that is where we come in properly today. I'm going to take those 4 off of the combat tracker as we jump directly into a combat. If you have music you want to play, go ahead and throw it in now.
Just be careful. You took us off of there, and you might have moved Baba Yaga's token. Because I could move her token around, and I was kind of wiggling
I just
it
removed
a couple
her.
times.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I have removed her though, but I am dropping you on the map here. You were all. I need to place you in the correct spot. You were all over by the ring when this happened. Would you say you were on the west side or the east side? I'll let you all pick that.
Whoa.
Or were you like standing atop the ring at the center? Where? Because you were
I
touching
thought
this
we
ring.
were around this area. Do you see it? Do you see it on the map? I'm doing a little... I'm in 3D view. I guess if I...
Over to the left, yes. You want
Yeah.
to go
Here.
over to the west, sure.
Yeah.
That's because we were... Yeah, I thought we were on this side. But... That means... So we have some decisions. We need to get... here. But we've got this guy right here is kind of in the way. If you go to 3D view, which is also very cool, you can see how big the Kraken is. Like they're like really large.
You can even move around with your WASD, and if you click on your own token, I can move
Pretty cool. So I think we wanted to take Rot, Trot, and your mounts, and maybe fly towards the ship and engage with the little guys, and maybe try to like talk to the Kraken and get them to like chill.
This guy over here just to get a little bit of distance. So that is about 285 feet to get yourself to.
Really? Is it 285 feet?
And might I remind Khan, you have a special weapon with food stamp.
That is true. That is true.
In case you have forgotten. However, first up, it is not any of you. It is one of these creatures. This is Veiled Master. It did that. Let me share this image. Okay, that's what's anyway, once again, it's a massive creature that has the top head of an anglerfish with the light dangling down and has arms with long claws. It is an aberration, I believe, but these things have just come through this portal, and it is going to... Everywhere around it, you can see that it has a cloud of something gross following it as it is moving towards the shore.
Farting. Oh, god damn it. Gotta deal with this farting creature.
Okay, that's all it can do, is it gets up at the dock, but all it can do is get to the dock. This creature is going to move. Oh, got it. And it can only get to about here. Can't even get that far. That's good.
Wow.
There we go. Then it is the massive creature itself, the big boy of the hour, and I won't share this image because I worked hard on it. There is a massive tentacled creature, nearly the size of this magic arch. I want all of you to roll either, well, definitely nature would be good in the tower, or Zavid, I specifically want you to roll your astronomy.
That's what I was just thinking. Space lore, let's go!
Right, and con,
Oh,
if you want
tower.
nature. That's fine. And yeah, con, nature, please.
Nature, you got it. Skills.
Reese, it's the biggest squid you've ever seen. You've heard tales of giant squid, but this is bigger than anything. This is big. It would, yes. Khan, you have absolutely heard tales of the Kraken, or the Kraken. I've heard it both ways. I have no idea which way it's pronounced. I use them interchangeably. So if anyone knows how it's actually pronounced, let me know in the comments. But there's a massive Kraken here, but something about it seems off. There's something about its coloring. It's got disparate rainbowy colors all over its tentacles. You've never heard in all of your time, you've never heard the Kraken described like this. You're high enough for it. You know that this thing came from space because of the ring, the Stargate that you just opened up. It sucked this thing out of space. And you've heard of this thing called the phlogiston, which I know you, Shane, out of character, know what that is. This is a creature that swims through the phlogiston as a regular Kraken swims through water. So this is a creature taken out of its space. And that's why it is reflected in space, because it's a natural camouflage. Whereas an octopus here on Earth will try to look like a rock or something when it's scared or intimidated or confused. This one is looking like space. It's camouflaging, but it doesn't recognize that it's not space. And that's what you get from that. But it is its turn. It is basically just going to...
Do I know how intelligent these creatures are, or if they speak languages?
That one... Well, I want you to give me a nature check separately in the tower for that.
Tower. Well, no. Nature. So.
That one, you have no idea, but Khan would know that these creatures, the regular Kraken, are intelligent. They do speak languages. It's a pretty good language. Know that they speak. Try to do a water language.
I do. I full board. But before we get to that, I just feel like
That's not just a normal Kraken, it's a phlogistic Kraken. They swim to the phlogiston and they blend in.
it's like, well, is it intelligent?
How the hell should I know? I don't know anything about these things. We don't have time for this. Here, I have a spell called Bullhorn, so you can talk to it.
And then I cast it on you.
One of the other crustaceans talk. See, that was 2 actions to cast Bullhorn. There's a video of 1 action still, because it is your turn right now.
I'm gonna get onto Rot Trot and have Rot Trot move me a little bit out there. So yeah, I'll get them all together. So I don't know how far I can go. I just kind of move, but if I have 1 movement. That was okay. So I can go about here. Rot Trot hostile.
There you go. And, would you have had the Spectral Darts as release and
Yeah. When I get him up, I would get them through everybody.
what does that?
That's all. I can pass my turn.
Yes. Complete that. Rot Trot, which brings it to this creature, this Vidaleth over here is going to go 5, 10, 15 to 20 to use an action to crawl up onto the dock here, and it begins to walk towards the 10, 5, 10, 15. Oh no, it only has 10 feet on land. It goes. So actually, instead of getting up there, it's going to go to here, crawl up, and then it has 10 feet towards there. That's all it can do. Another Chul. There, it was under my combat tracker. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't have enough actions to get up on the dock. It's right next to it.
Is it like water walking, like turning into ice as it's like
yes,
moving?
It is water. Clack, 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 clack. It's got very sharp claws at the end of its legs, and each time it touches, it makes a little ring of frost. So she's going to cast something. So she says to you, "You're gonna try to talk to him." Okay. Well, let me look through my memories to see what spells I know. Think harder.
Cue the brain blast animation from Jimmy Neutron. Brain blast.
Oh, that will probably help. Oh no, that's not helpful. She has a spell from
Is it
Animal
Bind
Allies.
Kraken, the spell?
You have Animal Allies. That's not as helpful as I thought.
Or Monstrosity.
Or Monstrosity or something like that. Man, she gets... Oh, comprehend language! Yes! Did you say... Come on, you said speak Aquan?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. I've heard of Aquan. I think I could just do this. And she'll cast comprehend language. So you don't even need to do your normal rolling society. So you can now comprehend Aquan. And then maybe she will also follow his lead. 55. Here. You can get to about where she's at here, Zavir.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, alright. Well, that makes it to Reese. It's your turn. Raise your mount. I haven't looked.
Why am I over there?
You're saying this in Aquan? With Bullhorn on. Great. Okay. So give me a diplomacy check at advantage. Just at advantage, since you don't have guidance. And no one else gave you help or aid. Just roll it twice in the check. No, you're good. Yeah, that was pretty good. 17. You needed that advantage. Yep. Okay, so a 35, not 17. That's pretty good. So you... What did you say to it? I'm sorry, I zoned out. Go. And its head slowly turns and its massive eye rolls up. And you're on the ground? Right? Okay. Rolls its massive eye, and Sauron popped out of the pool and looks straight at you, and the pupil focuses. And it says, I am far from home. Galarian? Rock and Omelettes. Why you help me speak one tongue? How do I escape? It may... What's that? What?
Oh no!
You were the only one on for a while.
Everybody but me. Great. Love that for us.
Especially since you picked the card today.
That's I picked the card today. Anyhow, you guys just put easily.
Sorry about that, y'all. So you say all of that to this thing. It looks to you, and the rest of you, all of you, you've been hearing is just...
Boy, I'd sure hope that Reese is saying something good to this thing and not dooming us all.
Well, it is not its turn. Reese is still like 2 actions. No, I'm gonna say that's a good one.
Reese moved a lot too.
I couldn't hit the rock at the same time.
Put yourself in the
I'm trading those.
Oh, yeah. I got it. So then, this creature looks does. Yes, it does. So it heard all of that, it understood all of that. You rolled pretty high. Let me see.
It's like, what? We're not killing these people? Is that what's going on?
I know. It's going to use a spell. It's going to cast Dimension Door on itself and get up here onto the dock. And it's going to look directly down at Khan and say something you don't understand. It just looms over you, Khan, and says,
What
you
did
wouldn't
you
hear too far away,
say?
only something. Ooh, what do I? Come on, it was your turn. You didn't understand anything Reese has said, anything the Kraken has understood and said, anything.
Everything is peaceful right now.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm loving 3D mode. Look at this thing I just shared. This is what happened. It's just like talking to you.
I think.
Oh, God.
I think Khan is not going to take any, combat actions. Just gonna try to like look up at this thing and make her eyes all like big and cute.
You're gonna push in boots it.
Yeah, maybe sheath her blade.
You also have invisibility. But yeah, you could do the.
Okay, how about this? I'll use an action to look cute, and I'll use 2 actions to prepare invisibility in case something thinks it's like it.
Perfect. There you go. So give me whatever your highest not intimidate charisma skill is publicly.
Okay, cool.
It's so funny in that
Yeah,
image.
between deception, diplomacy, and performance, they're all in 18, so I'll go
Oh,
with
they are okay.
performance.
Whichever you feel is most appropriate. Performance is fine. Nat 20.
Whoa!
Let's go. Nat 20 for a 39. So Con, you do the Puss in Boots impression. Your eyes go wide, your ears pull down on the side. Yeah, that's no problem. Your ears pulled down. You hold your little knife in your hands, looking up at this large creature. And it still is your turn. Oh, you said you're readying your.
Did you say uwu to it? And you're like,
No, I would never condescend so low.
Love that.
Eldritch would do that, but Khan would never.
She would never. Alright, it's the turn of one of these chools again. Does it speak out there? It does not. So these do not understand what I'm talking about. So no. Swim speed.
Oh.
25 I'm going to do. Then the other one of these guys. Five. And then it can climb up onto docks. That should be his turn.
My Nyunka's only 39 years old.
Damn, girl.
For a dwarf, that's pretty young.
That one went. That one went. Ah, that's the end of the round. Cool. Top of the round. This thing understood what you all were saying. This veiled master, this Vidaleth. It too is going to use Dimension Door to get up on top of the ring, and it will shout to you, Reese, in Aquan.
You can help us get back to from whence we came.
And it looks very looks just like the one over Khan, moving its parts, its various claws and hands. It looks very menacing, but it is not attacking you.
Reese just goes, we really want to try to bring you guys back. So, yes.
Then kill the crabs.
And with its last action, it is going to leap off of the ring and attempt to attack the ice chew. So 5. So it's going to use its.
So, question: can I just shout while it goes to attack the crabs to everybody else? Hey, the crabs are bad. Attack them.
It misses and splashes into the water next to it, but they are now kind of tussling. This crab and this veiled master. Ice chew 4.
I'm gonna cast Crab Speak.
And
be like,
oh wait.
Chitter, chitter, chitter.
Yeah, these ones can't. And this one crawls up onto the bank behind you, Khan. You can start hearing splashing and chittering coming up from your south, but it doesn't have enough to move to get to you. So this thing, this Kraken, Does it have anything it wants to cast? Maybe. Let's see. We're using... Alright. Interesting. It's going to... Oh, that's animals only. Damn. It has a 10th level Dominate, but it's for animals only. That's boo. But it is going to move up close to you, Reese, and pull itself up a bit out of the water to meet your gaze and say, These three are my lieutenants. They should cause no harm to them. However, crab creatures are their food source. Please do not let them hurt my boys. And then we will talk about you getting us out of here. And yes, it is, at this point, its altered weather has begun to take shape. It is, not only has the clouds in the sky begun to dissipate, but the stars in the sky begin to see brighter. That's the end of its turn. That brings this Chul. So it is now attacking this Veiled Master. It's going to claw at it. Miss. Lovely. These things are not helpful if they miss. There we go, that's a hit. So that was plus grab. So okay, so it does 19 damage because apparently the Veiled Masters do have some resistance. But it is going to use its third move to use grab, its third action. So they are now tussling on top of the water here with the ice chews burning on top because this ice is eating your up.
I'm gonna say to Anyanka, you go down and help Khan take out those two crabs down there. I'll go north and get the one at the docks.
Oh, I got it.
Now that I know that we're helping them out, hold on a second. No, let me measure this out first. Yeah?
Yeah, totally.
I can go 80 feet with 2 actions. Well, that's actually the minion can move, right? So
yeah,
that's 1 action to move 80 feet, actually.
That's right.
I get it right about here. Now I'll let... I think I'm within 30 feet, yeah. So I should be able to do most of my spells.
Yeah.
Can I make a check on the ice chul? Like, do I know anything about chuls?
Sure, give me your highest, just whatever your highest knowledge is of the 4. Oh wait, not religion. Religion doesn't make sense. Occultism or Arcana.
Okay.
This is so cool. I love this.
Tell me what you know about the chul.
Sure. You know some basic things, such as they are aberrations. They're amphibious, so they can survive on and off water. There, it's a mouse in a boat. Let's see. They are intelligent creatures, but they also have a paralytic venom that they use when they bite.
Okay, so stay out of melee as well.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, but they're not immune to harm, so I still have 3 actions. I'd like to do a 2-action harm on the chul.
I like that it has a target on top of it. It's a neat feature.
Control click?
Yeah, control click to target.
Double check. Something called... yeah, I have mouse. Cast down and mouse.
It actually can turn yourself into a...
Yeah, I can. Anytime I want.
Yeah, okay. I had to check something just to make sure. I had a feat that I got recently, and I did get that feat, so it's all working out.
What feat? Call down or whatever?
Cast down.
Cast down.
Time to bring it down. We're gonna go and do a harm. Where is my harms? Where did I put those? There they are.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna target him with the saving throw. Make a save.
Nat 1! It critically failed.
Okay.
Double damage incoming.
I am damaging one creature.
Little button. It'll automatically double it.
They are going to take all this, and if they survive, they're also going to be knocked prone. If they critically fail at save against the spell, they also take a minus 10-foot status penalty to their speed for 1 minute, so they are slowed a little bit. Yes. Minus 10 feet, yeah, status penalty.
That's number 1.
And I still have an action? I still have an action.
20 feet. 15 feet swim. Yes, you do. You said it's prone? Prone?
Prone? Yes, it's prone. Indeed, it is prone.
84 damage of negative to it because you critted. And it is now prone, yes.
And then I'm going to cast shield.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just shield myself and to call out to him and be like, "Come and get me!"
Alright, so
That's it. Nothing crazy. I don't think they're that smart. Just the yelling should do it.
Wonderful.
Oh,
no. Sure. Alright, so this Veiled Master up on the docks has heard that we are gaining upon the crabs instead of the townsfolk. So, he's going to do something. Suggestion. Going to attempt to cast Suggestion on that roll again. Close enough. What's it this? Oh, that's not going to be close enough. 75. Yeah, 30 feet. That's way too close. Oh, there we go. Hypnotic Pattern is 120 feet, so it is going to attempt to cast Hypnotic Pattern at the Ice Jewel there.
Yeah.
Roll. Okay, so that's number 2. Sorry, combat tracker just happens. Busy. Number 2, there we go. So that's will save. DC 38, 37 failure. So unit fail, facet. Right, so a bunch of bright lights that look like starlight in the galaxies starts to bubble around the head of this big professor. His turn, top of the round. Oh wait, no. Yoga. So she's going to go try and help you, Con. Fly next to the ring. Something on that, but probably not this one, because that seems dumb.
Con, watch out! I know you're good at dodging, but yeah, let's see if this ends.
Cast Fireball. Oh, Fireball. It failed. 21 fire damage. As normally, you've seen casters cast Fireball, a giant ball of fire explodes out of her hands. But what happens is she more absorbs the heat in the area, and it explodes into heat by pulling. Or I'm sorry, she absorbs the coldness from the area, reversing the temperature to make it hot, giving it 21 damage. And her turn. Reese, you are now up.
Control 5.
Yeah.
So Reese is going to take some arrows and aim it for taking a fire arrow
and so make your target by control click.
mouse that I have.
Do you want it as your hunted prey?
Yes, that is.
Got it for you. I got it for you. And then the
Yep.
precision. I think you already have that up. Yep. So good. It is good to go.
So shift click.
It's already your target now.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
there it is. Now it's your target. That one first one's a miss. You're using your wild power.
Yeah, do that too.
Lob another arrow to your target. The first one goes wide, directly to the water.
There we go.
That should do it. Yeah, that's a crit right there. And that will be 2 for 46. Beautiful. 62 damage. Yes, as you got that extra D8 precision. So you sink an arrow in between the plates of its chitinous shell and sink a fire arrow right in.
Awesome. I'm gonna get that. That's when I.
Yes, the lowest. The lowest. Focus. Yeah, that's critical. This is 26. One more action. Okay. 34. That was close. So that makes this one that is up next to you, Khan, this massive creature that looks like an anglerfish mixed with an eel, looks up. Its head snaps over to the side. And it is going to start. No, it has spells. It doesn't need to move. So it is going to. What does Veil do? Yes, okay. Oh. No, that doesn't work. It'll try to cast Dominate on this thing. Oh, not Reese. I'm sorry. Clicked on the wrong character. There we go. That guy. Dominate. And that forces it to me. So number 4. Combat tracker so full. We need to start killing these guys.
I'm working on it.
That's a natural 4 for a 24. That's a critical failure on this one. So, Dominate on a critical failure. As failure, but the target receives a new save only if you give it a new order that is against its nature, such as killing its allies. You control the target, it gains a controlled condition. Wow. Okay, so this thing looks up from Yukon over to it, says some words you don't understand, moving its hands, and the dangler on the end of the anglerfish thing begins to glow brightly, and the ice jewel stops in its place. That's the end of its turn. That's very helpful. Khan, you're up.
How many of these silly goofy tools do we have to deal with?
4 now. This one is
4
dominated
now.
this second. In fact, I'm going to make it yellow.
Ah, very good. Because I will forget.
There we go.
Well, I gotta get moving if I want to get to where all the action is.
There's one near you in the water. Well, on the water.
On the water. The Tool 5?
Just to your east. Number 5, yeah.
Yeah.
You could flank with the Vidavet.
Yeah, then I'll do that. I'll get on the mole and have it fly out.
Love that. Alright, so you can put yourself, then shift click the mole. And that'll allow you to move both at the same time.
Yeah!
There you go.
So, I guess an action to command the mole?
Yeah,
To move?
that's just its move. It just gets one for
Ah.
free. So now it is off guard. Nope. Oh, yeah. Good. So you still have 3 full actions.
Oh, sweet. It's control click to
Control,
do it, yeah.
yes. Then where are you? You do not have a turn.
Yeah. Well, I just clicked. It seems like nothing's changed. Huh?
There you go. Now I gave it. I gave it to you.
Thank you. Kind of.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna start swinging.
Sweet. Let's see it. Let's wait for the fences. I don't see the dice. It's 700%. There it goes. Now I see it. Natty 19 for a crit for 48. That's a good entry. Good start.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh wow. You kill it.
God
It's
damn.
88 straight up. This is the one that he's got shot. So essentially, what do you do to this thing?
I think Khan gets her sword into like a point in the armor at just the right angle, and when she applies pressure upwards, the whole like exoskeleton basically falls apart.
It does indeed. Grab the creature, rips apart at the shell, splashing blood on the surface of the water, which freezes into like a large blood ice cube almost that's floating on the surface of the water. But you have killed it, and you still have 2 actions left.
Then could I command the mole to take me another place?
Yes, you can absolutely do that. It gets 1 free, but you can do. Shane, when you command, it's 1 action for 2, correct? When you command a minion,
Yes.
40 mounts just get 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if there are separate rules for mounts.
We'll say you can. So you can move up to 160 for 1 action.
All right. It's a lot.
Mounts are fast. It's a 6th level spell.
And since I'm at level 16, we just kind of assume that I've used it each day.
I pretty much, I just assume you cast it every day.
So I'm gonna move until this this targeting marker. If I can move 160 feet, holy shit. 160. Then I'm gonna move until that marker reads 111.
Which marker?
Oh, the targeting marker. If you can't see it, then I can.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I'll be honest. You can trust me, right?
I trust you. Yeah. Oh, there. Yes, I see. Go ahead.
I don't, sometimes when I'm playing these games, my brain goes to like the easiest joke to make. So you're like, wow, 160, that's crazy. And my first thought was like, it's an even crazier number, 360 no scope. And then I was gonna pretend to swivel in my chair, and I was like, wait, I have a baby, I can't do this.
A baby and a cord.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a little dangerous there.
Yeah.
So you stab, you ordered it to move, you have 1 action remaining if you want to do, something.
Nah.
Okay. You pass.
Yeah, I pass.
Great. This thing's turn. It is going to attempt to swim towards shore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all it can do. I put these things really far away from land, which is my own fault. This one, I think, is fascinated, yes. But it can still do things. So it's going to move. 5, 10, 25. Yep, it can get to the veiled master, but it cannot attack the top of the ground. This veiled master, for you reason, it shouts back to Khan, "Thank you for your assistance." And it's going to cast Dimension Door further to essentially on the dock next to you, you see this large serpent creature appear. Yes, sir. Ice Tree number 4 is now dominated. It is, the Veiled Master gives... Oh, I guess it can't really give it its... No, it can still move. So it's going to just jump back in the water and start swimming south. But... Which is good. It commanded it to swim away. Kraken comes back to it. What do you do? Anything fun? itself towards the dock.
I know it's like it wants to go home, but like everyone else is probably freaking the fuck out. This dock mover's like, and they're like screaming and running away in terror as the Kraken is slowly approaching.
And it is going to reach its massive arm up and try to smash onto just this pipe. At 19 for a 58 critical.
Damn.
In Kravitz says, wait, we can be friends,
95 damage, smashing it through the dock and into the water. Doesn't kill it though. He was going to grab it with its last action. So, that brings it to me, so I'll go grab one.
I'm gonna cast Bullhorn and yell to the populace. I have that.
So cool.
Citizens of Riddleport, have no fear. The only danger to you are these ice crabs, but these strange-looking creatures that you see before you are nothing more than underwater denizens that got a little lost, and we will lead them home and safely away from Riddleport. Do not engage. Go about your day and your business. Everything shall be fine. So saith Umbramancer Zavid. By the way, take a pamphlet to know about the coming conjunction. See me after the fight.
Incredible. I want you to make either like a performance or deception or diplomacy. Your choice, public. Whatever's highest.
So what if I don't have any charisma skills? Could intimidation?
Sure, why not?
Everyone's kind of scared. I know.
Yeah, they're all scared anyway.
Yeah, I think I want to, because I'm taking command. It is an assurance, but I am riding an undead horse, and I'm just like cast a harm spell and just like shriveled up this ice thing, and I'm like, hey everybody,
Throw it
listen
in
to me.
advantage.
Okay.
You've convinced me. So just throw it twice, but with no pluses.
Sure. Let's see. Once, intimidation, twice.
Almost from that one. Hey, nice. Needed it. 36. That's one higher than the standard DC for your level. A lot of the people near you, especially some sailors who were starting to run, stop. Some guards begin to show up. There are some of these sailors who are pulling out like their harpoons. There are whalers here. There are pirates with cutlasses, and there are people starting to, rally and come towards the docks. Because that was a pretty good one, and that was a very interesting usage of your turn. You technically have one action left. You can use it for something. You can reapply
Since
shield.
the Veiled Masters here, can they use an action to aid them somehow or something like that?
Sure, that sounds great. How would you aid them? And I'll give them something to their next attack.
I'm going to, because I use Bullhorn to draw everyone's attention, I think I also probably drew the attention of that ice jewel. So I'm going to turn my attention back to the ice jewel and let my shield drop. And I'll be like, you want to get me? Come on, give me a hit right here. Basically, I'm taunting them to focus on me and not the Veiled Master.
I like that. Very good. Okay, so your turn. This Field Master override. It's going to swoop over, attempt to fang it. It's going to attempt to bite at this thing's face. One little weak spot. And that's 16 for a crit. Wow, I'm rolling. You guys are lucky that these things are attacking the bad guys, because I'm rolling rocks today. 63 and bites its face clean off and out of its shell. And begins chewing down. It's going to spend the rest of its turn eating.
slurping it like a shrimp out of the tail.
Exactly. So, this ice chew, having seen everything and you taunting it, is going to attempt to dive out from the other dock to this one. So, roll athletics to see if we can do that. 41. So it is able to jump over here. However, the Veiled Master is not its ally, so you are caught off guard. But it's going to attempt to claw at you. Let's see. 14, but I'm going to give it a... I'm going to give it a minus to its AC. We'll say that's what your effect did. How about that? So AC minus 2. It's kind of like you made it off guard, like flat-footed, you know?
Yeah, sure.
So it hit you with its claw, doing some damage. And so you take 26 damage because you had a little temporary hit points thanks to Khan rallying everyone with the rock spell from getting. Taking 26 slashing damage, and then it's going to use its last action to grab you. So grab effect, but that's all it can do. It had to get over. Yanka. Well, seeing that this section is well taken care of, she's going to attempt to fly over you.
Well, there's one that went south that continues
It's
to
swimming away. Yeah, it was told that's the one that's dominated by the Veiled Master, and it's telling it to just escape, and it's just swim into the ocean and go. Is basically what it's told.
And maybe a shark will take care of it.
Maybe a shark will take care of it, and it'll just die of natural causes. It doesn't belong to you. All of these are such bad. That's the most fun.
Giant crab pot and you summon a pot full of boiling water. Put it in!
That would be excellent. Oh, I see what's happening. There we go. This map is very big. There we go. So she is going to attempt to cast Hydraulic Push to shove this thing away from its feet.
I'll try to get it off here.
And it has a minus 2 to its AC, so this should help. She hits 5. Dealing 9 bludgeoning damage, and it's knocked back 5 feet, which does indeed sploosh, or well, not sploosh, but it knocks it onto the water because it makes it so. So it knocks it over, so I will call it Alright. And her turn, Reese, you are up.
Okay. So Reese is over here. Sorry, I've been kind of like tracking everything. So I don't know where
You're in the center to the west of the Kraken.
You're in the middle of this bay.
so I
Okay.
Yeah, what up, SD?
mouse games.
Who'd have done that? Couldn't have
So have to give it that bump. I have made it your target. You just need to give it the hunt prey designated target. I'll do it. I got it. Bam. Should be good to go. It's so much. Your character sheet is a nightmare, but Reese's kick-ass character sheet. I just now noticed that I have to make them perfect squares.
this other one is definitely not gonna hit, but we'll try it.
There's always a nat 20. Ooh, and 19 hits!
Yes!
Hey!
Alright.
Bad
let's
rolls,
go.
holy crap. But yeah, you managed to nail one. It's because you're trying not to shoot this Kraken as it's, moving around, writhing, so you just can't quite get the shot. There you go, 37 damage. Yeah, good. It's that one. Okay, this creature is not good on land, so it's going to dive back into the water and swim back towards. At least, no, it's going to swim over towards you guys. So we'll get over to probably about here. Yeah, and it's going to crawl up onto this boat that's in the bay next to you, but it can't quite attack the ship yet. Con, that brings it to you.
Alright. Then let's get over to Ice Tool 3. And yeah, break the shell.
Excellent.
So the mole neck, not mole neck,
I'll move it.
the mole made of meat.
The meat mole.
Meat mole uses his one action to flank on closer, and I'm going to just make attacks until it stops moving.
Actually, this thing I think is grabbed by, or you're at the very least, it's very least off guard with the Kraken. So there you go.
Okay. Cool.
Con is flanking with a Kraken. Think about that for a second.
And she can't pull it together.
You could hero point it if you want. You got 2 today.
That is true. That is true, for being right.
You got your normal one and then the special action.
Yeah. There
That
we
was
go.
so worth it.
There
that
we
was
go.
so worth it.
That's Kraken flanking numbers right there.
Yep, Kraken. 85 damage. You know where to stick your sword.
Yeah.
These things have weak points. They're crabs. Like, you beat these crabs. Like, in between the plates. Stick your sword. That's not rocket science. So you can create an attack at once. You still have 2 actions.
Yes.
You can cast a spell at something if you want.
Nah.
You're gonna cast Knife.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hit. Deal 43 damage and it dies.
Spells. Who needs spells when you have
spells.
knife?
And you slice it open and you get splashed with liquid crab meat. I don't know if you know this, but crab muscle and meat is liquid until you cook it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's disgusting. Watch Castaway sometime. Before he learns how to make fire, he cracks open a crab and it just rips in his mouth. You get splashed with like Nemo lip and liquid crab meat as this thing dies. You have one. Tell them what move.
Yes. In preparation for this. I guess where's the next guy? We're running low on guys.
I need more targets for my blade!
My blade thirsts! Okay.
There's one next to me and there's one run away. I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's just, the one left. The next is a me.
Then yeah. In the name of friendship, I'll have the mole, the meat mole, take me closer, and that'll be my turn.
What's the mole's name?
It's beat mole now.
How about Meaty? Meaty?
It's Meatball. It's Meatball the mole.
Perfect.
Yes. Oh my god.
Perfect. And I'm changing it currently.
What about the spectral owl? What is the name of that one?
Yeah, that's a great question. Hootie and the Meatball?
Classic.
I
Hootie,
love
Meatball,
that.
and Rottrot. Love it.
Yeah, okay, that's her turn.
Okay, so that's your turn. Turn, that's the end of the round. Let's fail faster. Okay. Good. Doesn't like these guys. It's gonna just try dominate. That's pretty much all it's got. So, I'm gonna try to dominate this thing one more time. You guys just save the throw. That's bad. That's a critical failure. Its DC was 38. So this thing is also dominated. And it says, destroy it while I have it. It passes its turn. That makes it this highest choice turn. So it is just going to keep swimming off into the ocean. It is not. It's going to just take it off the map. That makes it. Seeing that these ones are on dead, it's going to make its way over to you. This massive tentacle creature swimming through the water.
It's going to an old man at the end of the dock who's about to give himself up as a sacrifice. And the thing just goes by and goes, what the fuck?
It was a natural 1756 again. You are lucky. I am rolling with you today. And it just simply smashes this thing down into the water. And the two vitalids dive on top of it and start devouring it. And you are out of combat. Well done.
I will turn Bullhorn on once more and I'll say, once again, the Kraken means you no harm. Simply is lost. We will lead the Kraken and his little minion friends away from Riddleport to safety. Nothing to fear, go about your business. And I have a stack of brochures here if you're still interested in learning about the coming conjunction, possible apocalypse, things much more frightening than a Kraken. Thank you.
That was a great little speech there. But yes, we are out of combat. You're welcome to turn off music now if you need it. But
David should
done,
be a
everybody.
bard. Let's be honest. A bard with who's not trained in any social skills.
Dude, that's just like Reese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Reese has shit for social points.
Yeah.
So, now the combat's over, and these things have devoured the last of the ice jewels. Get rid of that off. The last one, where are you? Why is it still on the map? Go away. Okay. The massive creature, the Kraken, goes up to you as its last minion hops up on the dock. And it looks to all of you and it says, in kind of broken common, you said you can send us home.
I look to you guys. I'm like, did you tell him that? Is that a thing we can do?
I mean, we need to figure out where he's from, but can't we just call
Well,
Grandma and maybe she can help?
I'll look to the Kraken. I'll say, do you have the ability to fly?
That's a great question. I don't know. Let me look. Swim. It can move on land. It can swim. Not really. No. I do not
need to
have
get it
this power.
Once we can get it to space, it can swim sort of through space, I think. But like, we need to get it off world first.
That's right.
Now, is the cosmology of Pathfinder such that if you just kept going up and you got into space, you could just keep on going, and if like you don't need to breathe, you're good? Or like,
yeah, if you don't need to breathe, you're fine. And as long as you can, survive vacuum, that would be the only issue. The pressure and the lack of oxygen.
So there is a sort of vacuumous pressure thing. You don't get like an air envelope that follows you, similar to in D&D.
You would need the air envelope to survive if you can't breathe in space, but this creature can breathe in space.
Right. I'm just saying, if we called in a favor from some of our dragon friends to fly them up into space, you know what I mean? Would they be able to hold their breath, let them loose, and then come back down?
I mean, they would need something. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have air
really
bubble? Is that's a spell, right? Air bubble.
You would need to cast it at like a millionth level, but air bubbles.
React to create a bubble of air. A bubble of pure air appears around the target's head, allowing it to breathe normally. The effect ends as soon as the target returns to an environment where it can breathe normally. Duration 1 measly minute. That's what it said too. It said measly in there, like it knew it was short. Let's see.
There's
Hold
also
on.
like water breathing and spells like that you could potentially tweak.
Yeah, how come I can't see? Oh, they updated the website to like change the how many spells show at once. So you have to like go down and ask it to like show more spells. It's kind of strange.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you good?
She's so mad.
She's smiling. I think I have her on the table, like strapped onto the diaper table, because I think she's got a poo.
Mm.
Literally, I said that and I heard a fart sound. So I think she's got a poo, and I'm just gonna wait for that to happen. Cleanse air. No, that just makes air safe. There's got to be environmental endurance protect. Oh, that's severe cold and heat. Dragons are already pretty freaking cool. They don't need that. Fear the sun. No, I don't want.
What about like a
dragons.
globe of invulnerability or one of those?
Is that a thing? Can they even, if they had that, could they
Spells.
still
Globe of Invulnerability. It's a 4th level spell. Let's see.
is it 4th level? Is it?
I threw it in the chat. Lasts 10 minutes. You create an immobile globe around yourself that attempts to counteract any spell from outside the globe.
It's not divine though.
Arcane. It is divine. Arcane Divine Occult.
You said it's 4th level?
Yeah.
Globe? I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing Ghost of Tragedy and Gurzanja's March, and then that's it. And
I put it in the chat in Fantasy Grounds. 4th level, Arcane Divine Occult.
Wait, why is it not showing up?
I don't know. But yeah, it totally is.
Weird.
So you could prepare it. You could prepare it at even a higher level, even.
I am on the right thing, right?
Are you looking like D&D spells?
No, I'm on Archives and Nethys. They remastered it, but like, why would this not be on there? That's strange.
It is weird. Ooh, here's one. Resilient Sphere. Resilient Sphere. Oh, it only lasts a minute.
A lot of these don't last very long.
A mobile sphere of force. I mean, you can try your luck with the ring. It came here through the ring. It could leave through the ring. I don't know how, but you could figure something out.
Oh my god, wait a minute. Wait, do I have 7th level spells?
Yeah, you have 8th level. You're 16th level.
Hey, I got it. I got it, guys.
Zavid's gonna solve the problem with magic. What do you got? Let's see it.
I need a planar key for the destination plane, but there's a phlogiston Kraken here. Is there something the Kraken has that I could use as a planar key?
Oh, that's interesting.
It's used as a locus, according to this spell.
Oh, I see. Then, do you ask it that?
Yes, I'll have Reese translate.
Yeah.
Because some big words here.
Yep.
Sure. So it'll say, "Could this help?" And it reaches one of its tentacles into its beak, and it pulls out this chunk of just gross yellow goopy stuff. Give me nature checks in the tower, everyone. It's like this. It's about the size of a really big watermelon.
Oh,
Whoa.
hey, that's
It's my emotional support globule.
Con, you rolled a nat 1, so yes, you think it is its emotional support globule. But Reese, with your nat 2039, you recognize this as ambergris, which is like a thing that whales make in their stomachs that is used for fancy perfumes. It's extremely valuable. But you also see the sheen of galaxies and starlight on it. So you get the feeling this is a phlogistic ambergris. Essentially, vomit from a space whale.
Yeah, Reese cringes a little bit, but then turns to Zavid and goes, "Yeah, this is gonna work. Yeah, dude."
And so I'm going to pop this brick of ambergris on the harbor.
I say I'm going to need a few
I'm gonna need like 10 minutes to prep this spell and then 10 minutes to cast it. So we have 20 minutes to kill. In the meantime, there are going to be people, a lot of crazies who want to know the purpose of this ring. They're gonna come here and probably start bothering you if you stick around here. So why don't we move to? We'll get on the Windseeker. We get out of Riddleport to do this.
Yeah. It's like a great idea.
Very well.
I can see like some of those crazy people like bringing their chalkboards. Like, I have some questions.
Yeah, they
like, go.
Now that the city is not being completely destroyed, yes. There we go. I'll move the inner C. So I'll share this map first, just because I can build it as we work on it. Mounts. Do you guys see that?
Inner C large?
Yeah, inner C large. Do you see water?
Yep.
Yes.
Great. I'm going to get rid of the water effects just to make it easier to see. Then I can throw the Windseeker on here. Top deck. Doot. And then combat tracker. All the neutrals and all the allies. There we go. Does that work for you?
Yeah, I'm really impressed how quickly you can get this stuff together. I appreciate that. For Roll20, when I do that, I'm like, I need a good 5 minutes at least to be like, all right, I have to reset this map. I got to put everything here, and so it like takes me a little longer than what you were able to just do here on the fly.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
But essentially, all I do is I go up. As I'm casting the spell, I'll be on like Rot Trot out here. Casting the spell because they have to be within 5 feet of me.
That's right.
And I just have all of these Veiled Masters along with the Kraken. And I'm casting the spell. Now we actually get to the actual spell I'm casting. Interplanar Teleport. It says you and your allies traverse, but it also just says targets up to 8 willing creatures. So I'm just going to target these creatures and send them off. And the only requirement is that I have to have a planar key for the destination plane that's used as the locus. So I use this watermelon side mucus glob, and I'm going to send the targets to move to another plane. This will be the phlogiston, which is kind of technically part of the material plane when you think about it. But the material plane is so vast, you can consider different parts of it. Like technically, the elemental plane is one plane, but you have the plane of fire, the plane of air, the plane of earth. Like they're all connected. So I'm imagining you can specify a vast area of a massive plane as its own sort of mini plane. If that works for you.
Yeah, that works for me. It absolutely would be like almost like a different plane.
Yeah. It's such a different. I mean, I'm also thinking about Spelljammer rules. So if we're using the phlogiston, I'm thinking wild space is its own pocket of material plane, right? But then the phlogiston between them is sort of like another place entirely. It's like separate.
Right.
So you must know the destination plane exists and use a magic planar key created from the material from that plane as locus for the spell. Since this is a native creature of that plane, this planar key should work. While the planar keys, the most prominent planes are uncommon, just like the spell interplanar teleport. Most blah blah blah. This is just a bunch of stuff. So the spell is highly imprecise, and they appear 1d20 times 25 miles from the last place one of the targets of your choice was located the last time that target traveled to the plane. Not important. They can swim where they want to go. So I'm not really worried about that. If it's the first time traveling to the particular plane for all targets, they appear at a random location on the plane, but it's not their first time, so that should be fine. Interplanar teleport doesn't provide a means of return travel. So that's one-way trip.
That's good.
Perfect.
And that's it. That's all the text. So it just sends them off.
And they're willing creatures? Like it says you can do no saving throw?
Up to 8 willing creatures. So I mean they want to go home, right?
Mm-hmm, they absolutely do.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
yeah, that absolutely works. You said it's a 7th level spell?
7th level. Before I cast it, before I start to get to it, I want to like tell them about the whole Rovagug situation and be like,
yeah, what do you tell this creature about that?
Say, I'm not sure. It's probably not going to affect you right away, since you can move around the phlogiston and go where you please. But I'm sure you have heard of, in times long past, the rough beast.
Part aware of it, yes.
it is sealed here in Galarian, and the conjunction of the system will allow an opportunity of escape for it. Should this happen, obviously Galarian will be the first world to fall, but it will not stop here. If we fail to destroy it, it will find wherever you go, and not stop until every world is destroyed. So, letting you know ahead of time, if you want to, during the conjunction, come down and make sure that this thing does not escape Galarian and help us out, we would appreciate it. But I would also understand if you wanted to just run away.
Run
Whatever
away.
happens, yes.
I do not fear death.
In that case, if you come fight for us, when the fighting is over, I will send you back the same way I'm sending you back now, and make sure you don't have to stay 1 minute more on this rock than you want to.
Oh, this works for us. Let us go home, my videlettes.
What does this spell look like when you cast it with this big chunk of gross space reflectant whale vomit?
Well, I imagine
What a
it
sentence.
it glows, and from it, there's like this immaterial permeation of reality where you can kind of almost see through our plane to kind of like how the shimmer on the Kraken makes it look like it's halfway here and halfway on the phlogiston. Reality starts to look like that. And once it hits the Kraken, in particular, the Kraken's shimmer disappears and it looks like a normal Kraken. For the moment that the spell is being cast, because the shimmer blends with everything else. And upon the conclusion of the spell, they all are gone.
It's a very
I
painful
love
spell,
her
apparently.
so much.
She is flipped on her tummy on the changing table. The strap is keeping her on, but she just put her head down and goes like, ah! So I'm gonna need to get her out of here. But that
Okay,
is the
we
end of
gonna
should,
say, I think this is a great time for an
intermission.
intermission, because you've successfully gotten the Kraken and its little minions off of Galarian without fighting it. Well done indeed. That would have been a very, very difficult fight
Yeah.
had you fought against that thing. So we hope you will join us very shortly, 10 or 15 minutes. She looks so funny like that. But we will see. We'll be back soon, and we will go from there. See you then.
See ya.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. We're back from our little intermission, where last we left off, Lux Et Umbra within the town of Riddleport had accidentally summoned a Kraken from space and its little minions. But thankfully, Reese was able to speak its language and talk it down to convince it that they would send it back to from whence it came. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Go help me.
And thankfully, it agreed and helped Lux Et Umbra take out the ice chewels, these abomination crabs that attempted to attack the city. And Zavid, using his magical powers and some phlogistic ambergris from within the Kraken itself, he teleported it back to the plane of its home within space. Now upon the board of the back of the Windseeker, Lux Et Umbra has pulled once more into its parking space in the town of Riddleport. The chaos seems to have calmed significantly since the creature is now gone. That is where we come in now.
Just pointing something out from earlier. We were looking for a globe of invulnerability on Archives of Nethys. It's not even on that site anymore. I don't know if when they updated it, they lost that spell. Maybe they lost some other spells.
In the Orc, perhaps?
It's not on the site. I just looked at globe, and I'm not finding globe of invulnerability anywhere on there. So
Weird.
I think they lost it when they updated the site, and so that's something that they're going to have to re-put. They might have to go over with a fine-tooth comb and make sure they have everything on there. But that's okay. Just so if we're missing any other spells, that could be a reason just for future reference. Yeah. I drop a bunch of flyers.
Pamphlets and flyers all over the city. That's probably a very good thing. People are going to be extremely confused as to what just happened.
And then there's a little addendum. Basically, I think we could use magic to add stuff to flyers, maybe. Since they're already printed, printing off new things would be hard, but we could just like add a little thing, a little addendum about the Kraken. And then, just it'd be the standard thing, and then we get out of here, head on over to
Still northwest towards the Nordlands? Gunnar's homeland? Okay, great. So, then let me go back to... You can close out of that map. Let me share with you the Windseeker as it is in flight. And we will just assume that, for the sake of brevity, that you were able to find Gunnar and Anyanka, Gunnar and Adelina with just Morkscon and Senden or something. They came back to the ship.
They were like, what was that?
Yeah, as soon as all of the commotion started, they headed back towards the ship to see what was going on. So,
when did we get this giant arbalest at the forefront of the ship?
Ages ago.
Yeah.
You called it like Wind's Death or something.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had that. That's awesome.
It's badass.
This is a really good ship. I found this design also somewhere else, and I just like counting the guns on the ship, the cannons. There's like a layer on the top, but you can also see there's also another deck.
Here, look,
with a bunch of intermingled cannons.
Here's the top deck. Here is the powder storage. And that's where you wear World Walker and Khan's Mark 1 mole mech are, the one you just picked up from Fogden. You can see it right there at the south. Then beneath that is the cannons and spare shot. This is where, I guess he no longer is here. Chompy and the Mumtor no longer
7,
here.
8, 9, 10, 11.
And then beneath this one is the quarters, and there's more here too as well.
And 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Good God, that's a lot. 34 guns. Not including the back guns. That's actually 36 guns, because there's 2 on the back.
36 guns on the Windseeker. It's a really bad
and then there's
ship.
these 2, so 38.
And then the big arbalest at the front.
This is like a ship of the line. Like, this is 38 guns, and then a fucking giant ballista arbalest thing. Just, we could get like a harpoon with like an iron chain or something, or a steel chain that could like hit another ship, and we can like reel it in.
That's true.
Oh, now that would really help with the piracy.
Oh, we used to do that kind of thing when we would do coastal raids. You attach a long chain to your harpoon. If you can sink it into the other boat, you can swing across.
I think what we're missing is a crew. We might need to recruit some sky sailors. We should, Riddleport would have been a good place for that, but I don't know. There's a lot of crazies there. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't want the people of Riddleport on this trip. I don't trust them.
Oh, you can't trust the people of Riddleport for shite.
As Adelina begins to crawl up to the crow's nest. So, Zavid, do you want to take the turn at the helm again? You seem to be learning real quick there.
Sure, I'm getting the hang of it. I hope I'm not causing too much rocking and jerkiness.
Well, not since your first day, but you're getting later day by day.
Throw me a sailing lore puppet, please. See how well you do here.
Public sailing lore, let's go. Oh,
Nice.
not one. I
Gonna hear
don't
what
want to be that embarrassing. Come on.
Just not one. There you go, 37. That is above the standard DC for your level. So it's a good flight. There's not too much turbulence, except for if you pass a storm, perhaps, but nothing that's Zavid's fault specifically. Let's take a look at the map, shall we? See where everything is. So, here's the map. You all are in Riddleport, which I need to move my secret. It's actually over there. So, you are headed northwest, roughly, towards the ice mark and the town of Skjoldmur. So you are currently here in Riddleport, and the place you're looking for is Skjoldmur, but then also Reese's mother and Adelina are from here, and Pipette's home is here at the end of the archipelago. So you're kind of making a wide arc north, and you're going to kind of prepare and then head back south.
That's good, because
Yeah.
I was looking at, like, this is like some elven lands. They might shoot us out of the sky. And I was looking at, like, this place, and that just seems like a giant fortress on a rock, and they would not take kindly to us in their airspace. Yeah, I don't know what the story is there, but that seems like maybe a choke point that we might need to be wary of. So
you're going to avoid Shin Adasaril? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So I think going over to do we want to go do the going up to his place first, then going down to their place, or do we want to go to their place first, then go up to his place?
I'll tell you, out of game, once you get to the thing with Pipette, that's where shit's gonna get real crazy.
Okay, let's go up then.
Yeah, you should probably go up first,
Okay.
get that loose end tied up, then go down full force.
In that case, let me draw our heading, our route here.
Yeah, please. Let me get rid of mine.
See that. There's ping mode. I can now toggle the camera, but how do I draw?
There's a little paint icon at the top.
Nope, there's not for me.
No. Then right click on the screen, then at the bottom you click the button that says drawing, and then below that it says enter drawing mode.
Cool. Thank you. That
Yeah.
was it. All right. I'm thinking we go this way. Just out into the middle. We're gonna make an about face. Right? And we're gonna kind of thread the needle as if we were sailing. Follow the waterways.
Right.
I think actually instead of going through there, I think hold on. We'll go this way. And then it'll be a straight shot over there.
Alright. I like it.
That's what I think.
So I think your first sailing lore roll there, that's going to be to get yourselves out to the open sea, out to roughly here, this area. Very easy, to get out there. But then going north, you said you're following the water, trying to avoid specifically Shin Adasaril there on the east, yeah?
Yeah.
I guess I'm trying to hug this coast Of the islands, farthest from. But I don't want to go right. I don't want to cut right through the center because Halgrim seems to be a very like big place too. So around like the outer edge. But yeah, if that makes sense.
Not a problem. Okay, so I think if you're wanting to be real careful, we should probably have Anyanka do the flying, and you can assist if you'd like. You can aid if you want. Her roll is 4 higher.
Yeah, I'll do an 8 then. Hold on,
Okay, so
erase. This
I see what you're doing.
Okay. So there we go. That's kind of the idea.
I'll say your aide is coming up with the plan, and she'll do the flying.
All right, sailing lore. Let's go.
Pretty good, 37. So you're a master, so that's a 3, and you can have guidance for 4. So I'm going to give Anyanka +4. Sailing lore.
+4 sailing lore.
+4 sailing lore, that's a 40. I will take that all day. So, Anyanka is able to expertly guide the Wind Seeker according to your direction, hugging the coast as best she can, coming in between these many rocky outcroppings. And it takes about a day. So by the time you get roughly to here, the outside edge of it, it's going to be the next morning. So at this point, Reese, firstly, I got rid of your sickened from your hangover.
Ew.
I did that during the intermission. So you are no longer sickened from a hangover. But Con and Reese, it is going to be a new day this morning. So please roll me your saving throw, your will saves.
Oh, for
The long flight.
Long flight, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you were sickened because you were hungover, but you no longer are. You don't need to roll Reese.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just Con and Zavid, your
You
daily
said
will
Reese.
saves.
You said Reese.
I'm sorry.
That's why
I'm
I
sorry.
said
Con and
why?
Zavid. My bad. Con and Zavid. DC 35 will saves. Yeah, you both critically saved, so neither of you both wake up feeling very refreshed and accomplished after what you did in report today, or yesterday. You saved the town, no civilians died. That is an incredible achievement, and you slept wonderfully. So,
There was one man who was already on his deathbed, saw that Kraken had a heart attack. That's not our fault.
No.
He was not long for the world anyway.
absolutely is not your fault. So you can close out of the Saga Lands maps now. I'll just reshare this Windseeker map because that's where you are.
I'd like to find Gunnar this morning.
Okay.
I think he's the person we should be trying to make sure we're supporting as he reunites with his estranged, people. Or he's the estranged one. He's estranged from them.
That is right. He was exiled. So basically what happened was he tried to claim the throne of the Linorm kings by going out on a hunt to kill a Linorm. And he sort of went off half-cocked, got 4 hunters killed, and he was exiled for it. But I've put you down here in the quarters section. So Con, you're kind of in a bedroom, and Zvid, there's a different bedroom. Adeline is here. There we go. So yeah, you wake up. Both of you feel very rested. And let me roll for Gunnar, because I just remembered he has to roll for that as well. So that's a critical success. So Gunnar wakes up feeling fine. So you all wake up to the smell of cooking bacon and pancakes, because Gunnar is up nice and early cooking breakfast for everybody.
We love that.
We love him.
That too.
Gunnar, you're a boy. We'd fucking die for you. And the
Right,
funny thing
though.
is, I don't want to die. That's the thing. You gotta be,
You gotta
don't
be pretty cool.
don't abuse that privilege of our willingness to throw our lives on the line.
Absolutely don't abuse that. So, a few moments later, you do hear him say, "Everybody, breakfast is ready. I got the flapjacks, I got the bacon, and some country sausage and gravy." As he's throwing out plates all over this table.
Reese sleepily makes his
Wow.
But he's feeling pretty good because he's not hungover anymore.
He's done.
Yep.
So he just starts inhaling food.
Finally got your appetite there, huh, Party boy?
Remind me to drink water next time I have copious amounts of beer elemental.
2 to 1. 2 to 1. That's the perfect ratio.
I can't do math, I'm too gay.
And he has that moment of like that meme where the math appears around his head, but all of the math is just addition. And then he comes back and says, "Sounded like you need more pancakes." And he goes and gets you another big stack.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And about that time, Savid and Khan would be waking up.
Oh,
wow.
If I had failed my save and I was like feeling shitty towards Gunnar, since this isn't going to happen again, I think, since I don't know if Gunnar's going to stay here or not.
Who knows?
I don't know what his deal is going to be, if he wants to stay home or something, but I really want, if I like had failed my save and I wanted to be a shithead to him, he makes the food and I'm like, it's like obviously good, delicious, but I cast some spells, cleanse cuisine to make sure that it's like purified and enhance victuals to make it taste better, because clearly it would not be good without my magic. Like to really like, it's like when somebody, you make something and they just put a bunch of fucking Tabasco all over it and it's like,
I spiced
you don't
it
want to
properly.
try it the way that I intended for it to be eaten? All right, sure, I guess.
I feel that so hard.
But I don't do that because we all made our saves. I just wanted to say I saw that. I thought, oh, that would be really insulting.
It would.
I
Totally.
think I spell slots for this.
So everyone finally comes around and breakfast has been served, and Adelina says,
Well, that sure was some shit yesterday. All of you. Much smarter than I would have even given you credit for, even as I knew. I mean,
There have been so many situations where, we kind of put worlds before violence, and then usually we don't have to end up fighting,
It's very nice when we don't have to do that.
oh, I can imagine so. I mean, taking out a monster like that without even getting your hands dirty. Did any of you even get hit?
No. And she crosses her arms very smug.
"No,
I did.
Oh, aye. Did you then? Looks like he's the big battle warrior.
And I just nod. I don't even smile. I'm like, it's true. It's true, I am. I'll put myself over here.
Well, we'll probably be to Skjoldmur within the day or so. It's a pretty straight shot from here now that we're on the open water. But, if there's anything you want to know about my homeland, I'd be willing to tell you. As I said, we're mostly whalers, so simple folk. He kind of thinks for a second. He says, "Oh, it's the time of year. It might be the Saga Festival. We might be coming at a nice time."
I have a question about the welcome we're going to receive.
Oh, yeah, so what's your question?
If they are not welcoming towards us, or you, right? Because of this old, thing that had happened. What do you want us to do? Do you want us to defend you ourselves? Are we going to need to expect a fight? Or do you want us to just leave if it gets to be too aggressive? I don't know what we should expect, but I don't want to go in naively expecting friendliness and not get it and not have a plan.
Oh, planning is always a good idea. Well, Adelina and Anyanka, they're an elephant, a dwarf, so they're fairly long-lived, but I'm a human, so a lot of the people who were mad at me back in my day are probably either old or dead by now, so I can't imagine that the wounds are still fresh for them. Probably won't get a violent reaction when welcome, but I can't imagine anyone who remembers my name will be too keen to see me.
I think we need to ingratiate ourselves to them just to make sure things work. I'm preparing spells right now, and I'm looking at stuff to help Gunnar. So if some of them are like, kill him, I can take Martyr's Intervention and have that damage happen to me instead or whatever.
Oh, that's a cool spell.
Or if someone's like, you come back here after all this time, I challenge you to a duel or something, and I can do like Force to Mercy to make sure they don't do any killing blows on him. And then I'm thinking also maybe I should just prepare some cleric shit. Like maybe they have a problem with like a sickness. I'm getting remove disease, remove curse. I'm like, I'm being like very normal cleric with stuff, just in
Nice.
case
That's
they need
cool.
a healer.
That's
Yeah.
very unusual, but it's cool. I like that. So yeah, well, it's been several decades since I've been there, but we're a very traditional people. I can't imagine it's changed too much, except just the names and the faces. I do appreciate having all of you having my back.
Of course, we only want the best for you.
Your
Well, I appreciate
family,
that.
so gotta do what we
If
gotta
they
do.
don't appreciate you the way that we do, then we want to make sure that they have all the information before they settle on whether that's the opinion they want, right? Because I think right now there's this misunderstanding that you didn't attack or do a good enough job attacking that Linnorm, and it's still this sort of thing. But I think that's stupid, and I think that they clearly are just butthurt about the fact that, warriors sometimes die in hunts and battles. It seems like a bit hypocritical based on the things that you've told me about your people. I feel like they're holding you to a double standard. Where like, oh, it's fine to risk your life to fight these things, but when you do it, it's not okay. And I think I'm gonna try not to say anything because I'm getting angry just thinking about that. So, Concast haste.
Concast haste.
Con's getting
Con's
ready.
getting angry too.
So I'm gonna just like, I'm going to try to just assist you with whatever you need me for, and I'll assist them to try to show them we mean them no harm. But I will say not much other than unless it has to do with a conjunction or something.
Well, I appreciate that, all of you, greatly. It's been a long time since I've had anything approaching family. I mean, I had a niece, but she'd be, probably at least in her 70s by now if she's still around. That was the last family I can remember.
Good
Little
lord.
Inga.
Well, I think I'd better get up to the crow's nest. I know we've been a bit on autopilot and we're over the seas, but you never know when there's going to be something to look out for.
And Adelina takes off to the crow's nest.
Okay, can I roll for something?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I know that I have Mork's Cunnin Sendin, and that's been usually the way that we are communicating, but I just saw a spell that came out in Secrets of Magic. I didn't know, because I'm not all updated with all the different spells and stuff that they come out, because they come out with a lot. There's something called Magic Mailbox. This
I've
is such a
never heard
cool
of that.
spell. All it is you link interdimensionally two containers, both of which must be capable of being closed in such a way that their contents aren't visible, and they have to be on the same plane of existence. And you can link the two, and you can the contents containers can total up to, I think, 3 bulk. So like, if we need to transport something, like we can have a little mailbox on the Windseeker and then one in Druma or something. We can like send stuff back and forth between like Danny and ourselves if there's anything important. I think if I'd known this existed, I would definitely have used it. However, it's an uncommon spell, so maybe I didn't. So can I make a roll to know if
Sure.
I've done this?
Absolutely. What traditions is it? Divine?
This is divine, yeah.
Then yeah, religion, publicly.
Okay. Public
Because that's a
religion.
cool spell. I didn't know that existed either.
It would be very convenient to.
Oh,
Hero
yeah,
point,
you
not heard of
know
it.
nothing.
No, hero point.
That
I
was it.
want
Hero
it.
point,
I want
okay.
that so fucking bad. Come on. No.
Dice have
Oh,
spoken.
I need another hero point.
2 nat 2s.
Yes!
Ah, Reese threw out a hero point.
Okay. All right. Come on.
There we
Natural
go.
17 for a 46. Yes, you are very well aware of the spell. What is it, Magic Mailbox?
Yeah, magic mailbox.
Magic Mailbox. You were very well aware of this spell, and if you had chosen to before you left Druma, you could have absolutely cast it, because that's a critical success.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you
A
needed a
flashback.
35.
So I don't know if you ever played Fiasco. It's another role-playing game where when something happens, like someone can make up something new, and then in order to justify it, you do a flashback
Nice.
to like kind of like a heist scene where it's like "Well, I had this here the whole time. So flashback to me talking with somebody, and we like find out about the spell. We like set it up, and now there's like this big mailbox that says "To the Windseeker" over in the castle, and we have one that says "To Druma." And we can send stuff back and forth.
That's very cool. Yes, now you do have a magic mailbox, so you don't have to
Cool.
use Mork's Senden every time. If you just want to talk to Druma, that is.
Yeah, if we want to like send stuff too, yeah. So it can like if I
you can send
find
it to
something
Free
that's important that we want to just make sure it's secure over there, we can send it. But yeah, we can also
That's-
save on the sending spell.
That's so cool. Oh,
I think
I've
it's
never heard of that
neat.
spell. That's very neat. Okay, so, and you said you've like, let's say you set that up today on the Windseeker.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
a little time has passed since breakfast. I'm gonna put y'all up kind of at the top here, and since we're kind of getting close to the end here, I'm gonna kind of skip forward a little from the role playing. So,
Yeah.
as you're going about your day, Zavid Gunnar is giving you more tips and tricks on how to fly the Windseeker properly. You're getting better at it. Adelina is teaching Reese how to do proper knots, and even though Reese knows how to do knots, but he's kind of letting Adelina think that he doesn't know how to do knots. Then Khan Anyanka's basically been talking about magic with you most of the morning, because you're the only party member she's really ever had who's also been a caster, since Adelina's a fighter and good as a paladin. But let's see, where is it? After a while, you do eventually hear from up in the crow's nest. You hear Adelina yell out, "Land ho, I think." And I want everyone to give me perception checks in the tower.
You got it.
Whoa.
I'm not
And I
concerned at all.
should have mentioned that by this morning it has started to snow, because you are getting very far north. Okay, so oof. All right, Reese.
Mhm.
You have a good view from up there,
Yeah.
and you see out in the distance there's something floating on the water. It kind of looks like an island, but it's got different parts to it, little lumpies, and it's hard to discern from this distance. But as you get closer, that natural 20 perception you rolled for a total of 40, god damn it, is
Let's
awesome.
go.
Good timing for that. As you get closer, you see that it's a massive floating pile of trash. Garbage. But looking, there are bridges, hand rope bridges, broken, crappy little footbridges, all across these different piles of garbage, floating with the snow gently falling and covering it. And this is where we're going to stop today.
Interesting.
So, hope everyone will join us next time. I'm fairly certain I'll be able to play next week, because no one has plans. But this will be where we will come back. Hope everyone will join us then. Thank you
Sweet.
so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.